stuff they got on here. Faster printing, deposits more filament at once, finishes prints quicker. 0.8 nozzle will print the same part roughly 4 times faster than a 0.4 nozzle. These are not marginal gains, but exponential speed increases. Less chance of filament clogging. We just had a moth fly in front of the camera. So we see the difference in the benchies, I guess. Since I'm printing a phone stand, it doesn't really matter. Better for rapid prototyping. Awesome. And then of course it goes over the, smaller nozzles are going to print, finer details, etc., etc. Better quality overhangs and easier to remove supports, blah, blah, blah. So I could do any of these three. I'm not going to do a 5. 5's not big enough. So we should do 8 because I guess it's 4 times, right? We'll just do 8. We'll change this thing out. I actually ended up pulling it cold because it wasn't on. So these things here, if you ever have a problem with them, you can usually just put them on there and get all the crap out of them. They'll get hot enough. But if you're really, really concerned, you can get a blowtorch out and heat these things up. But I'm going to leave that one there. I like to keep these little screwdrivers and wrenches in here. That way I'm not looking for tools in the toolbox. So there's our new one, and we'll see what our sliced file looks like. So if we do a 0.1, which we're not going to do, we'll do 0.8. Man, this thing is really concerning me how gritty it sounds. Not looking real great. I have it lifting over here too. We're already into problems. This is why I don't like printing 3 things at once. Because the print's already failed right there. You're gonna have to stop the print. I don't know why it's gritting though. Yeah, I don't know what the reason is. I don't have any nozzles for any of these type of printers either, which is a shame. I mean, what we can do, we can let it finish printing, and it will probably get like 1 or 2 of the parts done correctly. This one here probably will fail. I don't know. Well, maybe I can make some adjustments and figure out why it's gritting. I can tell something's happening over here. Pretty sure I did a bed leveling on it recently. This is of course non-adjustable. We'll let it roll for a while. Anyway, I'll let you guys know later on how this one turns out. In fact, I'll pause and I'll start to print it and let you guys watch. It is nuts how big this stuff is that comes out of here. Holy moly. It's pretty crazy. So we should be starting to print soon. I don't know why it's set to 70. Is it set to 70 on my temperature? I gotta check this. It probably is. Yeah. Okay, I don't want it at 70. 70's too hot for this thing. Why do I constantly... I always forget these are not touchscreen. There we go. Oh, lordy, it must be set to a PETG. Sure is. Okay. We need to adjust that from 240 to 200. I don't know how I didn't catch that. So, yeah, we're on the PETG profile. Let's see. This is one of my favorite Ender printers. It's just a little bit more simple of a design than some of the newer ones. We gotta get that off of there. Okay, where's my print? Okay. You'll see it in a second. It's hard to see because it's black. Go ahead and fill it up. It actually looks about like what you would expect from a regular. It's printing the skirt right now. Somebody printed something on here and just dug the nozzle in. So that's why there's that circle in here, I think. Unless that's a design of Comgrow, but I'm pretty sure it's a brass nozzle. So I do have the dual gear extruder. I don't know if there was changes made to the flow rate. We might see some different flow rates now that the nozzle is like twice as big. This should be kind of a fun experiment because I've never printed with any other nozzle other than the stock nozzle. Well, I have used a 0.05, but, or is it 0.05 or 0.5? It's 0.5. I've used a 0.5. So I think on this printer, this speed might be a little too fast. So everything's at about 150. Outer wall speed's at 140. Top and bottom speed is at 250. That don't make sense. Let's change that to 150. I wonder what it would be. 60. Okay. And what would the regular speed be? 150. The wall speed would be 60. These are things that can make the printer do weird stuff. But what I was trying to do originally was get it to print quicker. Travel speed looks fine at 200 millimeters a second. What I want to see is the acceleration. I don't know if we're in the advanced. We need to be in the expert mode to see that. I know I've changed it in the past because I wanted to make things print quicker. So we'll see travel speed, initial layer speed, skirt and brim speed, and then this thing takes a while. Expert really opens up a lot of stuff. Okay. We have the number of slower layers. Okay, so the acceleration's at 8,000, which is probably a little too fast. That's why you see it slinging around so fast. Like right now I've got it printing. It's printing really slow. I'm running 50% of the speed, which would have been 150, but the acceleration's probably still the same, or 4,000. So it still prints really fast. But in my profile, it seems like it kind of works for most things. I wish I would have slow this one down and just see what it does. So back over to here. So we have 8,000 on the print acceleration, the infill acceleration, the wall acceleration. These are all, you know, adjustable. Support acceleration, travel acceleration. And that's when it's not printing, I guess. And then the print jerk stuff and all that, and retraction probably. There's a lot of stuff that you could really change, but I think the limiting factor on most of these printers, it isn't the hardware, it's the board that's inside of here. And it, you know, the board can only do so much, and you really, I don't think you can even blame Clipper or even Marlin, because they're only capable of doing whatever the computer can do. That's why when you add Clipper to one of these, it allows the motherboard to not have to do all of its duties anymore, and now everything can run faster because you basically have another Raspberry Pi in there to help print. But anyway, this is printing, and it looks kind of strange. It's definitely looks like maybe too far apart. I think we'll probably have some issues with this, but we'll see. We'll give it a go. It is also printing at 20% infill, and that may be why we see those lines spaced. I don't know. They look like complete gaps to me all the way to the bottom. So it would be very interesting to see what our first print turns out like using a 0.8 nozzle. We'll let you guys know. Catch you later.